So, welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about causatives. Before we start, does anyone know about causatives? Like, what are causatives? What is this grammar topic? Can anyone explain that? Can anyone say something about that? No? Okay, you don't know. What about others? What about other students here? Now, let me tell you, if you just sit there and just listen to me, you will learn nothing. You have to interact, you have to be active and send messages, answers, and something like that. Never heard. Okay, don't know. Nah, no. Okay, good. So today you're going to learn. So today would be beneficial. Sarah and no. Okay. So, do you drive? First of all, does anyone drive here? Do you have a driver's license? Do you drive? All 29 student people here? Nope. Okay, so who can drive? No one? Okay, I have. Okay, good. So imagine you're driving your car, for example, on a highway something. No. You're driving and suddenly your car stops. The engine breaks down. It stops. You have to pull over to see what's happening. And so you realize that your car doesn't work. So what would you do in that situation? What would be the next thing you would do? You're driving your car, try to fix. Okay, so can you fix it? Are you a mechanic, Magaram? The engine is down. How can you fix it? I'll call the service. Okay. And what happens next? KP or Cappy. Call a mechanic. Okay, phone someone. Phone who? Wax. Natsu. What happens next? After that. Yes. Actually, I mean, after all of these things, most of you said I call a mechanic or a service. Okay, what's next? What is after that you call a mechanic? Panic. Okay. Several people, that's good. Move my car off the road. Your engine is down, doesn't work. You can do nothing. Wait for help. Okay. So let's say you call someone, okay? You will call a mechanic. What happens after you call a mechanic? What happens after you call a mechanic? What is next? Let's stick to this. He comes to fix my car. Okay. So that was your car. Yes, that was your car. But another person fixed it. Am I right? Please let me know if I'm right. That was your car, but another person fixed your car. Is that right? Okay. So in English, that's causative. This is an example of causatives. When someone does something for you, that's causative. Now let's see the PDF. What are causatives? When someone causes someone else to do, cause, or be something. In simple words, when someone does something for you. We call it causatives. Exactly, that's passive causative. I got my car fixed. So technically you pay that mechanic to come and fix your car. However, that wasn't his car, that was your car, but someone else fixed it because you didn't know how to fix it. But why do we use causatives? We use causatives not only to mention that the subject doesn't do the action by itself, but also to cause or make the agent, in this case, the mechanic, do, cause, or be something. It has two clauses. The main clause, which is the first clause, consists of the causative verb or CV. The non-finite clause, the second clause, consists of either a participle, to infinitive, or a bare infinitive. You will see that. First, before we move on, Yes, that's correct. First, before we move on, what is a clause? How, for example, I don't know, there is a kid who is asking you about this. How do you explain this? How do you explain? How do you tell him or her about a clause? What is a clause? Let's see. Please don't be afraid to type. Even if that's wrong, it's okay. At least you've tried. It's better than just sitting and saying nothing. Okay, so make sure you are active enough. So many professional terms. Oh, well, I wouldn't call that professional, Lily. There are some names. Most of you know that, but technically you don't know the names. Like you knew the situation. Some of you, for example, said some examples, but you don't know the name, like what we call it. But that's good. Clause is an idea by itself, and no need more context to understand. Okay, a whole sentence or a part of a sentence, verb always there. Okay, sentence with verb and subject. What about object? Gal 2. Where is your object? Every part of a sentence that contains a verb. Every part of. Can we say every? But okay, let's talk about gal 2 sentence. Okay, where is your object? Subject plus verb plus. What is P here exactly? Participle or place? Oh, you mean adverbs? Well, we can use different adverbs like time, so on. Oh, so Gal fixed his sentence, and he said sentence with verb and subject and object. So is that correct? Let's talk about Gal 2's sentence. Gal 2. Is that okay? Is it okay to actually define and introduce clauses with that? Sentence with verb and subject and object. Clause is a part of the sentence that containing subject and verb. Okay, so I have a question. Can we say we have two different opinions here? Subject plus verb, is that a clause? Or subject plus verb plus object? Which one is a clause? Please tell me. Subject and object or no? Subject, object, and verb. One of them with object, one of them without object. The first one. So you mean with object. Okay, so can you please tell me the object of this sentence? I sleep 8 hours. I sleep 8 hours. What is your object? I run every day. What is your object here? I run every day. 9 hours is the object. Are you sure about that? Sleep and run. I run every day. Listen. I run every day. What is the object here? I run every day. Run is the object. Are you sure? No, every day is not. No. We call that expression of frequency. Every day, every month. There is no object. Exactly, no object. Because it's intransitive. The verb is intransitive. We have two types of verbs. So first, look at my PDF. I would say a clause is subject plus verb. That's a clause. In some cases, we can have an object if our verb is transitive, means it needs a verb. Like for example, cook. I cook dinner. What do you cook? Dinner. I write a letter. What do you write? A letter. So it needs an object. But we have intransitives, means no object. Like I sleep. You cannot say that. So technically a clause is subject plus verb. We have two types of clauses, dependent, independent, but we're not going to get deeper into it. So just know that in causatives, we have one main clause. The first clause consists of the causative verb And the non-filled clause consists of a participle, to infinitive, or a bare infinitive. There are three structures and types actually in causatives. We keep this one. Let's skip this one. Causatives type 1. You use a subject like I. Modal verb is optional. I don't want to use it. Causative verb, we will talk about them. But right now, let's say have. I have the agent, for example, again about your car, a mechanic. I have a mechanic. Bear means nothing. Play, go, come, study, listen means without to. Bare infinitive. Okay, I would say fix. Object, my car. I have a mechanic fix my car. It means I pay a mechanic and I ask him to come and fix my car. That would be the sentence here. I have a mechanic fix my car. Type 2. Subject, I would say he. Okay, modal verbs, should. Now I want to use get. We will see. We will talk about CVs. The agent, a barber. To infinitive. Okay, to cut. This is you. To cut his hair. He should get a barber to cut his hair. I mean, he should go to a barber shop and ask a barber to cut his hair, because technically we cannot cut our hair. So, can you cut your hair? Technically you can't. You go to a barber shop and you ask them, you pay them to do it for you. Isn't a clause a group of that contains a subject and a predicate? Not exactly. I cook meth. Okay. Everyday subject plus es. Okay. I was saying we will talk about type 3. Let's have some basic examples. I will have a mechanic fix my car. He should get a barber to cut his hair. Students must not have their homework done. This is the third type that we will talk about. Jack let the junior IT man repair his laptop. But who is the agent? First, let me ask you. Jack gives David a job at Google. Please tell me the subject, the verb, and the object. What is Jack? What is Jack in this sentence? What is a part of a speech of Jack? Is it the verb, the object? Subject. Okay, very good. I would say S for subject. Okay, what is the verb of this sentence? Give. We have gives because it's third person, so verb. What about David? What is David here? No, forget the agent. Forget. Just tell me subject, verb, object. Subject, verb, object. Just three options. Object. Okay, David is the object. What about a job? What is a job? Is it a verb? Adverb? No. It's not an adverb. Jack gives David a job. Second object. Okay. So you mean we have two objects? Asu. How is it possible? Like, can you say, I eat an apple, a banana? Can we say something like that? Second object. Okay. As Yasu said, second object. What about at Google? Place. Yes, very good. We don't really need this part, but just know that. Jack gives David a job. Even let's forget about this part. We don't care. So isn't it better we use a name instead of second object? Isn't it better if we use a better name? I mean, what does that mean, second object? It's a bit confusing. Second object. Can we say something better? Can we use something better? The agent. So how a job can be an agent? And forget agent for now. Noun. No, we're talking about part of a speech. Subject, verb, object, adverb, something like that. Article, bare infinitive, a job. Complement, no, no, that's something else. Second object in our. What about the name? What is that? I don't understand. This is hard. Yeah. So, let me tell you something. Is David a person or a thing? David, is it a person or a thing? A person. Okay. We have no problem with that. A person. Okay. What about a job? Is it. Who cares about David? No. What about a job? Is it a person or a thing? Thing. Okay, very good. So let me tell you something. Let's say we have two types of objects. This is object. One of them can be known as direct or direct objects. In this case is a job. And it can be indirect or indirect object, which is David. We can also call this agent. We also call this agent. We have it in passive. My car was stolen by Jack. My car was stolen by David. So we have two types of object. First of all, direct, indirect. Direct is a thing, a job. Indirect is a person. We call it an agent, David. So here, the agent, also known as the indirect object, is the doer of the causative sentence. I have a mechanic fix my car. You do nothing. The mechanic does the action, fixing your car. As you may guess, we have two subjects in causative sentences. We normally do not mention the agent in the passive causative. We will talk. The agent can be a mechanic, an IT man, a barber, a car wash worker, anyone. Anyone. The person who does the action based on your lead. The agents are mentioned in the following sentences. I will have a mechanic fix my car. You should get a barber to cut his hair. Jack let the junior IT man repair his laptop. In the third one, we don't have because that's passive causative. We will talk. Now let's talk about the verbs. If you have any questions, please type it down. I'm just why not vice versa? Why not what do you mean narrow? What do you mean vice versa? Like direct is for persons and indirect is for things. David is an indirect object because he is irrelevant. No, not because he's irrelevant. Because how's it going? Direct object. Excuse me. What a topic. The topic is causatives. We're learning causatives together. And don't worry if you're late or something. The class is being recorded. Okay. Tomorrow you can see the video on my YouTube channel. Okay. And the PDF. If you want this PDF, you can go to my website and download the PDF for free. You can go to my website and download the PDF for free English with what's crown? That's crown. Yes. Okay, causatives. Sure, I will have a mechanic to fix. No. I will have a mechanic fix. Yes, there is a difference using bare infinitive or to infinitive. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so now we will talk about the two types we have. Have, let me highlight them, I think it's better. Have, let, and make. For these, we use bare infinitive. Like without to, like play, go, study, listen, run, jump. But for get and force, for get and force, let me also change this. We use to infinitive. To play, to go, to study, to jump. So if you use have, let, make, bare infinitive. If you use get or force in your sentences, to infinitive. That's the only difference. But let's talk about the meaning. What does it mean? Let's say, okay, what is the difference between have and make? The difference between let and force. I will say most of them with a mechanic. So what does it mean? I have a mechanic. What does it mean? Let's say what happens when we say I have a mechanic fix my car. What do we exactly mean? Thanks. My YouTube. Wait, let me send. It's actually in class announcements channel, but let me send you the link. Since you asked me, this is my YouTube. Yes, we'll see. Up there. Oh, thanks for that. Thank you. Okay, so what do we mean when we say I have a mechanic fix my car? What does it mean? The mechanic fixes my car. Why? Does he like you? I mean, why does he fix your car? Why does he fix your car? He likes you or what? I ask a mechanic, I think other is when somebody makes something for you. Yes, I think you joined us after that part. When we actually cause someone to be, do, or cause something, that's causative. Like when you ask a mechanic to fix your car, you pay him, you call him, something like that. He fixes your car. So have, let, make, do, three can be used as themselves. Have, let, and make we use without to. Mechanic repairs my car for money. You pay him. Very good. Very good. So technically when you say I have a mechanic fix my car, means there is a normal path. You just call him, he comes, he fixes, you give him money, and done. This is a normal way. What about this one? I let a mechanic fix my car. I let a mechanic fix my car. What about this one? Mechanic was allowed. Okay, you're allowing. Exactly. So do you still pay him? I mean, wait, what does it mean? You allow him to fix your car. What does it mean? You allow him to fix your car? Like, why did you call him if you don't want to allow him? He wanted to fix it. Sometimes there are some, I don't know, like they call it junior mechanic, junior IT man. Some people who want some kind of projects for their resume. Interns, trainees, whatever you call them. They want, they want to have some project, to have something in their resume. So they work for free. Sometimes they work for free in some companies. They want some, for example, case studies or something like that. In that case, it means that you gave permission to that person to do something with your car. Exactly. So technically, in this part, you don't pay. You don't pay the guy. What about make? For example, my mother made me, for example, I don't know, tied my bed or make the bed. He made me make my bed or clean the room, whatever. Clean my bedroom, wash my clothes, whatever. I ordered him. Maybe the action is forced. So like, okay, what do we mean by forced? Like your mother puts a gun in your head and say, do it or something like that. So what do we mean by force? Made him do something. Exactly. Circumstances, very good. When you force someone, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Exactly. So it's not the meaning of like threatening. It's the meaning of like imperative. We have some kinds. We have signs of imperative. Like it says, like it's your mother. It says, for example, make your bed. This is the meaning of make. So do you pay? Do you pay my mother? I don't know. Made me make my bed. Do we pay our mother or no? So not in all of them we pay. In some of them. Sure. We don't. Okay. So you see, they have different meanings. They have different meanings. What about this one? He should get a barber to cut his hair. He should get a barber to cut his hair. What does it mean? What is the difference between to get and what's the difference between I get and I have? He should get okay, to pay, exactly. So what about have? What's the difference here? I have a barber cut my hair. I get a barber cut my hair. Can we say they are the same? Should. Okay, forget should. Let me also omit should. He gets a barber to cut. Have is more. Yeah, you gotta pay. Okay, so availability. No, technically they are the same. Like in 90% they are the same. You can use them interchangeably, but just know that advice. No, it's like persuade you persuade the guy to do something for you and you still pay him. For example, he doesn't want to help you. He doesn't want to for example, cut your hair. You satisfy, you persuade, you convince him. We can also say that, but technically they are the same. Yeah, they are the same, but just so most of them they have different meanings. So we can use different verbs for different scenarios, and you can use others, but these five are so famous. In the structure table, I mentioned three types. Yes, type 1, again, bare infinitive. We use bare infinitive with have, let, and make. I have a mechanic fix my car. My mother made me clean the bedroom. I don't know. David let the junior IT man fix his car. To infinitive, when you have get or forced, and you know the meaning of force. Force like threaten someone. For example, the robber forced me to open the cash register, for example, or to open the vault, the safe, whatever. And get, he should get a barber to cut his hair. That's actually about causatives, but we talked about positive sentences, affirmative sentences. What about negatives? Like you want to say something in a negative situation. But before we move to that, we have 39, almost 40 students. I want you to make some examples. Some examples with causatives. Anything. Just start making your own examples and send it in the chat. Okay? Make some examples. How to download through my website. My website is working properly. If you cannot get access to it, maybe you need to use a VPN because WordPress, as I know, WordPress has banned some countries. Okay, not me, WordPress. So try using VPNs or DNS, something like that. But you can. Is there a PDF? Yes. Yes. You can go to my website, englishwithfur.com. Oh, Lily sent that? Oh, thank you, Lily. Yes. Exactly. Englishwithnimafar.com. Yes. No, that's great. Thank you. So, please make some examples. She asked me to clean my room. Okay, and let's make with those five because we're going to work with those five verbs. The cook made a cake for me. No, that's not causative. You can say for example, I had a cook bake a cake for me. I have my teacher fix my errors. I have my teacher fix. I actually, yes, you can say that. I have my teacher fix my errors. She had been, she had been having the curtains cleaned. You're using past perfect. You need another time for that too. When you use, past perfect alone doesn't make sense technically. She had been having the curtains cleaned, for example, before we arrived. Something like that. He forced me to call my brother. Yes, exactly. Ah, she. No, Ravi. She has to go to school. That's obligation. That's something else. Here is semi-modal. That's something else. No. Her mother made her go to school. Yes. She got to go. No, that's actually have got to. I've got to go. That's something else. Forced. She was forced to go to school. Again, that's passive. That's not. Because I had my friend do my homework. Yes, very good. I had my friends tell me the answers to the exam. So cheating, but okay. I have my roommate cook for me. I have my roommate cook for me. Because of have, we use bare infinitive. They have to arrive early. No, that's imperative. That's imperative and obligations. When you open the website, you go to PDFs page, like the tab above. It says PDFs and different tab like private classes, grammar of the week, something like that. You open the PDFs page, then you can find it. She forced me to eat broccoli. He forced me to drink milk. Okay. I have my gardener to cut the bushes. I have my gardener cut the bushes. Okay. She was forced to clean her room. No, that's passive. That's passive. You can say Alex forced her to something. Thanks for the mail room. Okay. I forced my cat to behave. Okay. I have my colleague to help. Again, I have my colleague help me. When you use have, let, and make, you use bare infinitive. I let them give my flyers my room. My mom forced me to clean my room. Forced who? Forced me. I forced them to clean the garden before you return. Get me some milk. No, that's not exactly causative. Okay, thanks. I made my sister done her homework. No, I made my sister do her homeworks. But Asu has raised her hand. Also, please wait because our classes are chat-based classes. At the end of the class, like in 20 minutes, I will give anyone who want to talk permission to come to the stage and speak. Okay? I allowed my cat. Okay, my homework. He's my dog. Okay, that's interesting. I got my dad to make me dinner. Okay. So let's continue. Thank you. Thanks for your cooperation. Negative. So we simply add not so as to in order to make our causative sentences negative. Well, your sentences are either, you either use modal verbs or main verbs. Means no modal verbs. If you have modal verbs, negate the modal verb. If you have main verbs, negate the main verb. For example, I have a mechanic fix my car. I have a mechanic fix my car. I don't have a mechanic fix my car. Very easy. Let me also write it for you. I have a mechanic fix my car. I don't have. He should get He should get a barber to cut his hair. He shouldn't. Very easy. So, when we have modal verbs, we just negate the modal verb, should, shouldn't, or should not. When we don't have modal verb, we negate the CV, causative verb. Like, Jack didn't let. I don't know, he gets, he doesn't get. I have, I don't have. But there is a point here. We never, let me highlight it with red. We never do anything to this. You make no changes here. No changes. Nothing. I will have, I will not have, doesn't matter. You do not change that you're actually bare infinitive, to infinitive, or participle. You do not change them. So I will not have a mechanic fix my car. I will have a mechanic fix my car, and something like that. We do not make any changes to either bare infinitive or to infinitive. No changes. Okay, wait. She got someone to paint the house. She didn't get anyone to paint the house. Exactly. Okay, now moderators will handle that. Just ignore that. So, if you have any questions from this part, please just let me know. Otherwise, we can move. My mom didn't. Very good. Didn't force me to clean my room. Exactly. You negate either the modal verb or your main verb. We call it CV in this case. Okay, let's continue. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative means like questioning. When you question someone. When you actually it's still, thank you. When you ask someone something, are you a doctor? Where do you work? What's your name? And something like that. We call them interrogative sentences or questions in simple words. That's not causative, Magenta. My brother didn't force me to do his homework. Exactly, very good. My mom don't force me, don't force who? Don't force me to take work without knowledge. Told me to drink water. Okay. My brother didn't force. Okay. So, interrogative sentences. In order to make questions, again, you have modal verbs or main verbs. If you have modal verbs, you make questions with them. Otherwise, with the CV. He should get a barber. He should get a barber to cut his hair. Shouldn't he get a barber to cut his hair? Questioning. You replace that. Should he get a barber to cut his hair? Jack has an IT man repair his laptop. Does Jack have an IT man? Be careful. When you say does, you make it the base form. Does Jack, does he have? I have a mechanic. Do I have a mechanic? Fix my car. I don't know. He gets a barber to cut his hair. Does he get a barber to cut his hair? So we make questions with either modal verbs or main verbs or CVs here. Again, we do not do anything. We don't change these D's here. No changes. They are always the same. Okay. Now please make some questions, some interrogative sentences with causative. Please make some questions. Thank you, Agathin. That was great. Thank you. I don't take coffee. Okay. Don't I let my cat bite me? So technically, you don't ask yourself. I mean, grammatically that's correct. Okay, but about the meaning, I mean, why would you ask yourself about that? But okay. You should get your round cured. Yes. Now make a question with that. Shouldn't you? Yes, you can say shouldn't you or should you. So this is how we form causative sentences. Exactly. Several people are typing. Okay, I think you are making your own sentences. Does he have a roommate? You're using have. Does he have a roommate? Help him every time. Do you have a maid clean your house? Very good. Does your brother force her to do his chores? Exactly. Very good. I shouldn't let him go. Does police officer ask you to stop? Should we get a professional to fix the console? Shouldn't I force my father? Like, how do you want to force him? But anyway, exactly. Should I speak English? Is that a causative? Is that a causative sentence? A causative question? Does she come? Did she come to class in time? Shouldn't he let his teacher to correct his mistakes? Did your mom force you to study? Very good, very good. Okay, jolly good. So, passive causatives. First, that was everything about causatives. Okay, that was everything. From now on, we will talk about passive causative. Actually, a kind of branch or something about passive. So, you need to know the passive voice in order to learn this topic. If you don't know the passive voice, I mean, my car was stolen. He was found dead. I don't know. The keys are lost. Batman was directed. Something like that. Passive. This part is not for you because you will just get confused. You have to know the passive voice. So, one of the requirements is the passive voice. I think 2 weeks ago, I had a class about the passive voice. You can find it on my YouTube channel or on YouTube. There are many teachers who are even better than me. So first, what is passive? I mean, let me ask you in this way. When do we use the passive voice? Do he like? Does he like? What? Does he like to do this for not to do? So, hello Price, how are you? Action that was done in the past. Okay, no. When do we use passive? When the subject is not necessary to be mentioned. Very good. When the subject is not important. 1. Okay, what about 2? When action is more important than the person. So again, this is what Asu said. We focus on the action. Okay, very good. We focus on the object, not the action, actually. We focus on the object. Someone stole my car. My car was stolen. I'm focusing on the object. So when the object is important, or when the subject is not important, when there is an okay, when you don't know the when you don't know the subject, not the object, Alan, subject. When he had his account banned. Exactly, yes. A real life example. When you don't know the subject. For example, someone stole your car. Yesterday he stole it. Do you know him? No. But your car was stolen. Yes, the form, something like that. But again, there is one more thing you didn't mention that. The reason we use the passive voice. No. The reason we use the passive voice. Exactly. So let me ask you something. You're from different countries, right? Imagine you are the president or the prime minister, depending on the type of your regime. Anyway, you are the president of your country. You're from somewhere, you're the president. You made a mistake. Like 2 days ago, you made a mistake. Billions of dollars are lost. Can we say that? You made a mistake. We all make mistakes. Billions of dollars are lost. You as a president make that. Tomorrow you have a press conference. There's a conference, are going to ask you, media will be there. Will you say, I made a mistake and billions of dollars are lost, will you say that on TV? Yes, no, yes, no. No, no, because if you say yes, you should say goodbye to the next term, you know? But, so most of you said no, okay. But let me ask you, so you say a mistake was made, hmm? A mistake was, oh, it is important? Okay, okay, that's good. But, I mean, let's say no one would say I made a mistake and $1 billion are lost because you should say goodbye to be for actually the next term. But so you say no, you don't say that. You say a mistake was made. A mistake was made. Okay. In this case, so you don't say I. My point is you won't say I made a mistake. You will not mention the subject. That's my point. In this case, the subject is important. The person who made this mistake. Who made this mistake? Take him to the court or something like that. And it is important, and we know it. You know who made that. Yourself. You yourself made that problem, made that mistake. So, but you don't want others, means the people of your country. You don't want them to know about this situation because that would be problematic for you. So you try to keep it as a secret or an idiom to keep something under the rug. You will keep it under the rug. You will keep it as a secret. This is the third use of causative. To keep secrets or to avoid the responsibility you were given. Can we say that? A mistake was made. So there are some reasons we use causatives. A mistake was made. Very good. Okay. Now you had a review of passive now. Okay, passive causative. We use passive causative when we do not want to mention the agent. I will have my car fixed. I will have my car fixed. Who will fix that? By whom? We don't care. We don't mention that. Maybe your father fixes it. Maybe your brother. Maybe your, teacher. Maybe a mechanic. Anyone. You don't mention that. Students must not have their homework done. Students must not have their homework done. In this case, it means students have to or must do their homework themselves. No one else, whoever, mother, father, brother, sister, friend, whatever. No one else should write their homework. They should write their homework themselves. David got his mustache cut. His father, his mother, his friend, anyone. We use the third form, past participle or PP, and passive causative as the main verb. If you want, you can mention that by the agent, like in passive. I will have my car fixed by a mechanic. It means I will have a mechanic fix my car, but the focus is on your object, my car. You're bolding, emphasizing, or stressing your object. David got his mustache cut by his friend. David got his friend to cut his mustache. Again, if I want to actually show you this, do you remember I said we will talk about this? So subject, I would say I. No one worse. I want to say have. My PC, my personal computer, whatever, fixed. I have my PC fixed. I have my laptop repaired. Something like that. So we call it passive causative. And the last part is the semi-causative help. Semi-causative help. Let me ask you something. What is the meaning of help? What does it mean when I say, I help you? You help me. He helps, me. What does it mean? He helps him. She helps her. What does it mean? What is the meaning of help if you want to define it, if you want to explain it. You can do something by yourself. Assisting someone, that's good. Is it here right now? You helped me yesterday. What about this? You're unable to do something by yourself, and I enable you to do that. To aid someone. Make it easier or possible for someone. How? Magenta. How do you make it easier for someone? Assisting someone. Megapter, I think. Okay. Assisting. So what does it mean you assist someone? What does it mean to aid someone? For a particular task they ask. So what do you do? What do you do with the particular task they ask you? What do you do with the particular task they ask? Do something for someone without getting paid. I'm not talking about money here. I helped him. Let's talk about this one. I helped him cook the dinner. So what does it mean? I helped him cook the dinner. What does it mean? Like, I paid him. What? What is your role here? Do it with them or give them advice on it. Also, if an accident occurred. Okay. When you do something for someone with no intention to get something back. Okay. I gave instructions, decreasing the effort by sharing the work. I wanted this one. Thank you. Sharing the work. So when you say, I helped him cook the dinner or whatever you said, it says together. You did it together. I help you wash your car means we together, both of us, wash the car. We both of us wash the car. So, but in causatives, we said, so let's say, let me write something. I help you fix your car. Well, let me say I will. And I will have a mechanic fix my car. Let's talk about the difference. What are the differences? I will help you fix your car. I will have a mechanic fix your car. Do they mean the same? I mean your role. I mean you have different roles here. Are they the same? The action you do. Okay, so what's the difference? Please tell me. Second one is trying to make sure. No. Different. Okay. Why? How different? Please tell me. Please differentiate it. I am taking an action and I'm bringing someone to taking action. Okay. Anyone else? Several people. Okay, that's good. The speaker will do it together. The speakers, an outside person will fix it. So in second one, in number 2, do you also fix it? Or you just stand somewhere watching TikTok videos, for example, and you wait until he fixes it? Which one? For example, you roll your sleeves up and you go to help the mechanic in number 2, or no, you just stand somewhere watching TikTok videos until your car is fixed. You don't fix. Exactly. Wait until he fixes it. Okay, exactly. So that's the difference between help. We call it semi-causative because it's not causative. I mean, it is causative and it is not causative. Something between that. Because, let's say, the verb help. Please look at the PDF. The verb help. Let me change it. Is semi-causative. When we use help, we mean someone helps someone else. So the subject does some parts of the action, but the agent will complete it. That was a teamwork. We can either use a to infinitive or a bare infinitive. You can use anything you like. Anything you like. What I will tell you. So in causatives, we said you cause someone be, do, or cause something. You don't do anything. You pay him, he does it. But in this case, no, you help him. So you are partly responsible. You are a part of this action, as we can say that. That's why we call it semi-causative or semi-causative. Using a to infinitive is considered formal, and a bare infinitive is considered less formal. Also, they said using help without to, bare infinitive is considered American, and using with to, to infinitive is considered British. But let me make it easy for you. You can use whatever you like. Whatever you like. I will help you solve this problem. She doesn't help me to wash my car. These are some examples of help as a semi-causative, when you are partly responsible, when you are a part of that action. But let's get deeper in our indirect object. Teamwork, beautiful, yes. I can mad if they speak like this all the time. What do you mean? I can mad? So the indirect object, also known as the agent, can be a pronoun, a name, a job title, or a noun clause. He made me. I will have a mechanic. He forced Jack. I should get the IT man who works at Google to fix my car. This is a noun clause. A noun clause, subject plus verb, but it acts as a noun. But technically, exactly 1 hour. That's nice. That was actually everything about causatives. These are some examples. I have 30 examples, and this is me. If you go to my website, englishwithnimafar.com, then the PDFs page, you can download this PDF for free. You can have a review and see all these 30 examples. And tomorrow I will upload this video. I've been recording the class. I will upload it on my YouTube channel so you can see it. Are you Spanish? No, I don't know Spanish, but Spanish is cool. But I'm not. To assist works for semi-causative. To assist, to help, yes. When you also do something. When you also do something. My coworker helped me to finish the report. Exactly. Okay, thank you everybody. Our class is over. The class is over. I hope you found it useful. And if you have any questions, please tell me. And I would like to ask you something. Thank you, Lily. I would like to ask you something. Please, if you can, that would be great. Send me a direct message on Discord. And please give me your feedback. Your opinion about our classes is good, is bad. I don't know, some suggestions, some complaints. If I were you, I would do this or something like that, because that would help me to make better classes. Since I've been teaching here for a year, exactly a year. So I would like to know your opinions about our classes in my direct message. That would be great. Thank you, everybody. If you have a question, please ask me. Otherwise, you're good to go. And let's call it a day. Tomorrow, you can find my video on YouTube. And as I told you, you can download the PDF. Also, I have started a newsletter. I have made a newsletter for grammar on my website. If you go to my website for grammar of the week, right? englishwithnimafar.com/grammar of the week. Yes, englishwithnimafar.com. Yes, grammar of the week. I will also, let me see if I have it. Yes, I have it here. Weekly newsletter, exactly. You can go to my website every week on Thursdays. I will update that. I will add a grammar tip. That's not a topic like this one. No, it's like a tip, like difference between this and this, or I don't know, that things and this thing. A newsletter. And actually, some of you suggested me this newsletter, so Thank you. Thanks for the lesson. The class was great. Love that. Thank you. Rabab and others. Dylan, thank you. Sure. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Rabab. I'm an English teacher as well. Oh, thank you. I love the way you took this class. It was a good. Thank you very much, Magenta. Dear fellow teacher, those are tricky questions and answers. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I will wait for your feedback, and that was great. See you all next week. Every week on Saturdays we have classes. Don't forget, next week, the same time, see you. For me, it was a struggling topic, haha, but it was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Mostly our classes are for intermediates, but I try to add some tips for advanced students, and I'll try to say it in a way that also beginners can understand. I hope you found it useful. See you all next Saturday. Goodbye.